Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the finest Dawn of War Unification casts this side of East Yorkshire. And today we've got a 1 versus 1 on Deadly Fun Archaeology. On the right side, as the Raven Guard, we've got HUNtington. On the left side, as the Black Templar, we've got Me No You. Me No You will be opening off a singular squad of Crusaders and a Stronghold Barracks, whereas HUNtington is going to go for a couple of Primaris Scout Marines, a Tech Marine Artificer, and a Crow's Nest. So once again, the Black Templar, another game with them, and they've been on quite the victory streak at the moment on the channel. I do believe it's about 4 or 5 games in a row that they've absolutely trounced whoever they've gone up against. It's all down to HUNtington and the Beardy Boys, the Raven Rioters, to see if they can stop this tumultuous and terrifying streak that these guys are on. And to be fair, the Raven Guard do have a fair few tricks up their sleeves that they can bring forth and see what they can do against these guys. I mean, they're going to go for some Space Marines, just a regular old variant of them. And yeah, I mean, those guys, they got like little sprint buttons. They can go infiltrated for a little bit. So a few ways to be able to mitigate the Crusaders' bashing potential. Now, you've only opened for with 1, but I suppose, no, you've gone for 3. So maybe that was just like a delayed thing for whatever reason. I was going to say, when I saw that 1 Crusader squad, I thought that they were going to open with a whole bunch of fire support squads, just to be able to make sure that they can blast these people from a distance before they start running away. Like the Raven Guard tend to do, hit and run. That's their whole motto and stuff. Now, one major thing to take into consideration with the Raven Guard Tactical Marines, they'll notice that they'll be able to get an Apothecary in them once they got their Sacred Artifact and Tier 2 on the go. But notice how their missile launchers aren't crack missile launchers. They are anti-infantry. So they've got a lot more stuff on the go for them. I mean, what, they've got plasma guns and frag missiles. No heavy bolters. I suppose against the Black Templar, that's good amount of stuff to go up against heavy infantry. And yeah, and I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, if I look at the Primaris Scouts, yep, they just need to get into Tier 2 for a bunch of their stuff. And they don't really need any, like, special... Oh, no, I suppose, yeah, so they need them a armory as well for some bits and bobs. They don't need, like, special training to get their sniper rifles out. They could just get that out as and when they please. Although I don't see sniper rifles taking up too much of the fight today. Listing post on the front line's already been upgraded. Quite a crucial listing post to upgrade, considering that is the easiest one to bash. Let me suppose this one, and this one's also quite easy to lose well, considering how far it is away from your front lines. Crusaders already making their way over onto the right-hand side. They've captured all the bits and bobs, also going for the contested point in the middle. A second squad of Tactical Marines on the way on over. And they're trying to attempt to shoot the Castellan, who's in the heavy cover. That's not a winning engagement for them at all. May as well leave him to it. They've not caught the relic yet, so not actually losing anything. I mean, I suppose he's denying the relic for now, but there's no major problem with them giving the Castellan that place, because he's not exactly going to capture himself, is he? Raven Guard engaging into Marji. It's probably not where they want to be, as the Crusaders do love it when it's in close combat. That's where they want to be. Now amassing the ball to fire. Really no other weapon upgrades at the moment. Early game economy being 80 and 15 compared to 74 and 10. So even though they've managed to capture the critical, well, not critical, the contested location, they have not finished listing post yet. So there is no economic boon for them. Double Crusaders waltzing on over as a poor Raven Guard falls down in a most unceremonious manner. Listing post has not been finished by the looks of things, as they managed to scare off the Tech Marine Artificer of Me No You, but he will come back and finish the job. Quite a persistent builder unit that is. I mean, do you have commander armor? Oh no, you're just heavy infantry armor. Which one is it that they do? I think it's the Imperial Fists, is it, where the Tech Marine Artificer has commander armor? Could be wrong. I suppose it's a moot point in this game, because the Imperial Fists aren't here. Well, that's 2 models down. That's very unfortunate. That's not what they were hoping for at all, was it? The Raven Guard bullying these guys away. There's not many in their ranks at the moment. Is that because, yeah, that's because you're taking up. That's why you're lacking the numbers. You're trying to get the tech advantage. But the Raven Guard, not only have they got the number advantage, but they've also taking up a little bit. Yeah, just a smidgen quicker. And the Raven Guard won't be winning if these guys get into close combat. And actually, this is command squad with the Apothecary. So they will not be happy chappies if they get caught and clapped in the open. Listing post being, well, it's about to finish on this relic over yonder, And the Black Templar have managed to get all their bits and bobs on their side as well. So not bad stuff, just posturing, standing around. No plasma pistols on these guys as of yet. Might be a good idea to start thinking about that at some point. I suppose, I mean, what are you... Yeah, you don't have that much in the way of green money saved up. Though you are going for an army now, so maybe... Oh, you're going for 2 extra plasma generators, so maybe some upgrades. Yeah, we're all seeing a Raven Guard arsenal going in there as well, so upgrades akimbo for both sides. And yeah, plasma guns are definitely on the cards for each of these players here. Another Third Crusader squad. They're on capping duty. We don't have the critical location countdown victories on, so it doesn't necessarily matter that much who's got control of the critical locations, but it does give you an extra 6 blue, which is, you know, I mean, it doesn't hurt at all. It's not worth losing your rag over. First plasma gun of the game, and there we go. You can see that sprint mechanic activate on those Raven Guards. The little legs pounding the ground, but oh no, that's... I think I mentioned this the other day in a game when this happened. When the one dude you upgrade is the first person to die. Very frustrating. And all plasma guns are flowing. And the Crusader squads are going to be less than pleased about it. Got a skull probe over here for potential detection. Yes, these guys decide to go a little bit infiltrated. Not seeing the scouts doing much there. Oh, the scouts are now armed with missile launchers. Now, these are the anti-vehicle missile launchers. So these are the ones if the Black Templar decide to go for some vehicles, which they have gone for machine cult, and let me guess, it's going to be the blooming Razorback. That's my assumption of what's going to be. Oh no, never mind me. Well, slight marching. That's a land speeder Tempest, which will be able to outmaneuver these dudes. Also got the Welsh Raven Guard coming out, their sniper rifles. Never quite understand the use of these guys. I don't think they're going to do all that much until they get their Volkite charges. That's tier 4, man. Suppose breaking morale, it's never a bad idea. Oh, good God. Almost a squad wipe on one of those Crusader squads there. I do love it when I'm able to put the graphics up, to be able to see all the dead and dying littering the battlefield. Mystic Post over here is not going to be surviving for very long when those Primaris scouts shoot it all down. Templar art fighter. It's like, no, I spent so long building this up. Don't take him from me. They always leave in the end. But they left, I'm afraid. There's not much you can do about it. No point crying over spilt milk or broken listening posts. That's what my dad always used to say, way back when. Was he an armory? When you were building an armory before? Or am I getting confused? Or was that just the Raven Guard? Either way, heavy weapons increases. It looks like that Huntington is going primarily for the heavy infantry side of things.
Cripple the limbs, then it is easier to strike the heart.
Floaty skull probe, seeing the Welsh Raven Guard. And you see what I mean? It's like the ability to sprint out the way is really, really useful for the Raven Guard. That's why the Black Templar aren't really too fussed with pushing in too far. They know full well that if they even get these guys close to being caught out, they'll just run away as quickly as they can. More plasma guns on the Ghost before. But each. We've seen these guys going to prevent them from capturing the critical location in the centre. And are the... There we go. Oh, I see what you're going to do. You're going to build a whole couple of them. And rather than send them out one at a time, send them out en masse. Now, is that to keep on top of these guys, or is it to harass them elsewhere? No, it looks like it's going to come in to support the infantry. But absolutely make sure that those scouts, wherever they are being taken care of. Focusing down. But the infantry is just not able to sustain itself against all these plasma guns. But yeah, I mean, another reason why I thought the Razorbacks would be the ideal thing was that you'd put them in there. You'd pop your infantry in there, you'd drive it forward, and then you would just release them. Wait for the sprint to pop, then pop the Crusaders back in, then follow them. No matter how fast you sprint, you can't sprint faster than a vehicle. As far as I'm aware, that's a lot of infantry, a lot of dudes. Also put down an assault cannon turret, probably anticipating some flanking land speeders. We do have the hunt begins, which is I do believe increases the...
Yes,
It either
Commander.
gives them the ability to go infiltrated or increases the length of time they can be infiltrated. One or the other.
Keep your blade sharp.
One or the other.
Mind sharper.
I haven't actually got around to playing the Raven Guard in
Yes,
any
Commander.
particular capacity in a 1v1 PvP game. Quite a little play with them in the PvE side of things. That was like ages ago.
Staying on
Not Night Lords or Praetorians then. What's the point in even playing it, am I right? Well, Landspeeder Tempests. They've got light armor, but aircraft armor all the same. And that's still resisting the plasma guns fairly well. Also, all those boomy bits from the Landspeeders are holding some of them back as well. Although snipers get one volley of all their missile launches off. It does actually, in fact, yeah, one volley kills one Landspeeder Tempest. So no good times for them, I'm afraid. They'll be able to keep up with them. Yeah, are all of you able to upgrade? Oh no, you can only get 3. Although I suppose, yeah, so all the actual scouts themselves can get a missile launcher, and the sergeant just stands there looking menacingly. Also, remarkably long range on those missile launchers as well. Yeah, gonna have to think outside the box, Black Templar. You do have a chaplain during that one singular crusade. Oh no, you've left him. Okay, alright, fair enough. So what's the plan? So if the infantry goes in, it gets shredded by the plasma guns. If you send vehicles, they'll get shredded by the scouts with missile launchers.
It's easier to strike the heart.
It's going to be a tricky situation. Commanders would probably be the way forward then. Well, they've got commander armor. You get a librarian in there, although I suppose the Black Templar. Do you get a librarian? You have got your... Oh, sorry, we'll look at the Raven Guard here. Look at the economies really quick. 104 and 30 compared to 126 and 79. So the Black Templar do have the economic advantage. What's gone for a couple of Dreadnoughts. Should be able to hold up against the missile fire a little bit better than the aircraft. You see the sniper scouts. Not sniper scouts, the missile scouts. Oh, we've got some Stern Guard veterans as well. These guys are the ranged variants of the veterans. Able to get a lot of very excellent weaponry later on in the game. Some assault initiates, not a bad idea. Well, they seem to just be really enjoying standing still. Oh, they've got the jump mechanic on now, so actually... Well, I thought maybe in the back of my mind that the assault initiates might not be the most ideal thing, considering that they're a little bit more fragile than their slower counterparts. If they're able to jump on top of people straight away, tie them all up, that will at least give the regular infantry space to move forward and close that distance. So maybe that's the way forward. He's gone for a second squad.
Awaiting your orders.
Space Marines. Good lord, that's just a lot, isn't it? Not only is it the 4 plasma guns, it's also the plasma pistol on top of that. Assault initiates going around the flanks. Maybe even potentially going to jump inside. See what they could do. Tier 3 on the way. Nothing coming from the Forge drop port at the moment. Got another Landspeeder Tempest. Unwilling to go too far in. Oh gosh, yeah, even the Dreadnoughts aren't happy to be tickled by those missiles. But off in the distance, we can see the Assault Initiates flying straight on over. They've had the morale broken by the Welsh Ravens there, which is not exactly where they want to be. They're barely tickling this assault cannon turret now. So probably the time for them to retreat ASAP. Oh no, misclick. That's the last thing you want. So that's one squad wipe at the very least. Oh no, you can just see they tried their best. Bless them. It wasn't quite up to the task, I'm afraid. Alright, okay, so on the Southern side, they're anticipating some push. We're seeing a Raven Perch. Long range auto cannon going on, but it's not going to work, not against these scout missile launchers. Here comes a Damocles. Now if he can get off a good orbital bombardment with these guys, or this guy even, in particular, quite decent for me. Here comes a Skull Probe, that will probably go in for a disable, or a stun or whatever you call that ability. Yep, so he's out of commission for a little while. Crusaders now charging in. This is definitely not a good idea. Yeah, we just lost the entire force there. The Castellan's still alive there, but the Castellan's the only one that survived that. Yeah, I assume he was going to come in, and he was probably going to, I don't know, while these guys were firing at these, at the command squad going in. Slip the Damocles around the side, popped on a big explosion. But no, that server skull, it's a very unoften, would that be the word? Uncommon ability to use.
In the
Don't often
darkness,
see it at all.
men are equal.
We've got the Primaris Eliminators, and I can tell the Primaris because look at them with their cloaks on. Yep, can't see them now. Not when they've got those cloaks on. Just ignore the 8-foot mechanical wearing sounds of power armor and stuff. And the glowing red eyes on their armor.
The enemy may have.
Although I assume that the Raven Guard Lord probably have reasons. Or that maybe they've got special power armor that doesn't wear as much. Oh, Damocles is dead. Didn't get a shot off. The sword breadwin on the way. Orbital relay has also finished that, I assume, going tier 3 as well. So keeping up in tiers with each other. And the Raven Guard. Okay, so you've got a unit composition that the Black Templar are really struggling with. But what are you going to do with it? Kind of just playing defensive at the moment. You've now got the Stern veterans with a couple of las cannons and a graviton gun coming around the southern side, attacking the economy. You've got plenty of money spare as well if you want to get any of the big bad stuff. And the Black Templar, prime opportunity while the Raven Guard are separated. They've got to make some headway in this kind of engagement. Raven Guard are going to retreat over the right hand side. Assault Marines forcing them to movement. And Sword Breven not quite fast enough to be able to get a closing in there. Of course, got the Dreadnoughts holding back. Primara just eliminated huge explosions from the Castellan, I assume. There's a lot of damage to those Stern Guard veterans, but not closing it off, or finishing off even. Yeah, they didn't have enough to really follow up. Not with the Space Marine squad falling back. Ah, oh, such a shame. What are you? Are you a Black Templar? I think. Yep, you are. That's not impressed with where he landed. Clearly the battle cruiser up on high, dropping those guys off. A little bit off his aim there. Damocles in prime sight of these northern scouts. Well, I do like the weapon choice of the Dreadnoughts. Those auto cannons have quite long firing range. Primaris Scout Marines off on their own, going for that contested point in the middle once again. They see a drop pod incoming. And what are you patched with? Just more Dreadnoughts. Suppose, do you have money? Oh, you've got plenty of money. You can just keep on throwing Dreadnoughts all day long if you want. Maybe that's the plan. Just bash your head against the wall until eventually you win, which I suppose is the Black Templar way. Stern Guard veterans there. Las cannons redonkulously strong. Also good accuracy as well. Dreadnought over here goes down. Although they are managing to get a few scouts on the back sides. Currently just all the anti-heavy infantry stuff is down over here, so these guys have got free reign potentially. Now been spotted by, oh no, that's Raven Guard, Assault Centurions. Primed and ready for punching people in the face. Seeing a Storm Raven Fury on the way. It's a relic vehicle for the Raven Guard, if I'm not mistaken. Dreadnought's been blasted, also being stunned by skull probes. Damocles not seeming to get off much of a blast on anyone. Oh, he's going to try. It's going to aim for where they're going, not where they are. I suppose if they're standing still, what else can you do? So many skull probes. I suppose these are now me no use. Seeing if they can get any vision on the go. I managed to kill the Assault Centurions. Obviously, Brethren Assault Terminators. Mind you, though, money saved up wise the Black Templar do have a lot more bloom. Yeah, it's 102 and 57 compared to 150 and 79. The Black Templar can literally just keep on doing this until the Raven Guard eventually lose the money to reinforce their lads. But I don't know if the assault turret is the main target here. It is these boys down here, but a huge grenade coming off from the Castellan, breaking morale left, right and centre. Now, although they've managed to regain it through the use of their sergeants, so you forget that they're also Space Marines that can just say, no, our morale is full again. Leave us alone. Double Dreadnoughts been thrown in. Mayhem and mischief, but what could have been a potentially really game-changing engagement and constant aggression, followed up by steel rain of Dreadnoughts, has been cut short by the Storm Raven Fury. Just flies on in. And have you got is that a shark logo on there? You know what? I appreciate that. Appreciate a shark logo on anything. Quite a penchant for sharks myself. An accusation of abuse. And it was a really difficult game for the Black Templar all the way through that. I mean, we saw it just right from the get-go, really, in those initial engagements here when we had 2 squads of Raven Guard Tactical Marines and 2 squads of Crusaders. They could go in and try and punch them, but the Crusaders could just pull back. And essentially, it was just the Raven Guard saying, oh, come and fight us on our terms. And the Black Templar, they were going in, they were getting a couple of occasion, like good engagements, but every time it started going in the favour of the Black Templar, well, the Raven Guard just said, okay, well, you know what, you can have this land for a little bit, we'll fall back, and then we'll just start firing at you some more. And yeah, there's not much else they could really do. I did really like the idea of deep striking a whole bunch of Dreadnoughts in there. Again, I think maybe some Razorbacks to ferry the boys in a little bit quicker, get them into close combat ASAP might have been the solution to this issue. But hey ho, that is the way the cooking has crumbled this game. So thank you so much, boys and girls, for watching at home. And if you want to support the channel, have a look at the old Patreon. £1 a month gets you once a game a week, and there's also Discord, where Discord things happen. Links in the description as always. Mine's been Mr. Landshark. Pleasure's always never short. Now, see you in a bit. Peace.